Boy, oh boy, it's been a minute. Ugh. But I must update you guys with what is going on with my car. But before we get more into this, we gotta do this the proper way. What is going on, everyone? Derek here today, bringing you another video. Now, as I said, I know it's been probably a week. I think today makes a week since the last time I posted a video. And yeah, I'm gonna go into exactly why that is in just a moment. But as of right now, everyone, I am in the beast of the Camry. And I'm actually heading to my father's house because that's where my car is. It's underneath the carport. And like I said, it's been a week, so I don't really think you guys are in the loop with anything. Some of you that follow me on Instagram might know exactly what's going on, but the car is kind of in pieces right now. Well, I wouldn't necessarily say pieces, but main piece of the car is off of the car. And that's gonna be a separate video alone, and I'm going pretty much into depth on that video. I have a lot of clips saved up with that, so come this Friday, hopefully I can drop that video. And if you guys do not see this video Friday or Monday, that means we're shit out of luck and it's not good. Anyways, guys, like I said, we're gonna go more into that as soon as I get to my father's house, which we are pulling into the neighborhood now. So yeah, let's take a look at Blue. All right, guys, well, here she is. And it's a sad, sad sight, let me tell you, because this car has been like this for a week now. And the reason why it's been like this is simply because I cannot do anything until I get my fender back. Now, this might be a surprise to many of you guys, and you're probably wondering why exactly my fender is off the car. Like I said, I have a whole video on that dropping here shortly, and to make a long story short, the fender had gotten damaged, and with that damage, it was like one of those things where I just couldn't leave. It had to be fixed. So instead of taking the whole car to the shop and just leaving it overnight and whatnot, I took the fender off and I actually brought it to a buddy, and his boss owns this really high-end automotive shop. So he's gonna take care of the fender, and don't worry, I know many of you guys that do paint and stuff, and you're thinking, well, the bumper connects to the fender, then the hood, then the fender, then the door. If he resprays that whole entire fender bright Atlantic blue, it is not gonna match whatsoever. So we're both on the same page with that, and we are not gonna be spraying the whole entire fender. It's literally a spot smaller than a dime, but it was a dent, and with that dent, it chipped because... I'm gonna tell you the story on that in the video. Blue is my baby. I know she's not immaculate, but something like that is so uncalled for, and there's no way in hell I'm pulling up to Mustang Week with that ugly shit right there.
Mean, you know, he'll pull up the Mustang with the 2-valve, okay, not a Coyote, but he won't pull up with it.
So what he's doing is he's gonna pop the dent back in, he's gonna sand all around, I'm assuming, hit it with some paint, and then clear coat the whole entire fender so, you know, blends in a little more. And you know, honestly, I am quite nervous about that because it could look really bad or it can look really good. Kind of lucky because the dent wasn't like up here, it was actually right here. So it has the seam, and with the shadows and stuff with the paint, I think it'll definitely be able to blend it in a lot easier. Because if it was up here and you had to paint this area, and obviously the car isn't there to, you know, get it blended perfect. If it was right here and he painted, I feel like you'd be able to really decipher the difference between the two. So I think I'm in good hands, guys. This guy is really reputable. He does a lot of work on some really, really high-end cars. So I think he's gonna be able to nail it. And not to mention, I almost forgot, with the fender, we have another body piece going on. And for those of you that follow me on Instagram, again, you've already seen this, but I'll give you a little sneak peek for the YouTube. And boom. That's all I'm showing you. And just my luck, it's about to storm. Oh, and another cool thing I did to spice it up a little, I went and painted the calipers black. I am gonna get a new set of calipers after Mustang Week. This is just temporary. I wanna get a new set of calipers, preferably Cobras, and I wanna get them powder coated bright Atlantic blue, but right now we have no time, and they look honestly a lot better than that caliper gray that they come in. That's not actually the color, but you know, the calipers, when you get them, they're gray and they look like shit. So I did all 4 corners of those. Those are good to go. So you know, that's a couple little things I've done to the car. I honestly have a lot more to go, and it is August 21st right now. I'm stressing to the max, guys, and that's exactly why I'm making this video, because you know, there is a slight potential chance that the car probably will not make it to Mustang Week. As of right now, if I get the fender back this week and you know, I get the dyno done this weekend, we're smooth sailing. And many of you guys know this. In the first dyno video, we peaked out at 5,000 RPMs out of 6,000 with the car, made about 5 pounds of boost, which resulted in 340 horsepower to the wheels. So the last pull for the day put us at 340. It needs a lot of work, I will say that. So this was really unplanned, and I was super fortunate and got really lucky. A buddy of mine, Shelt, on Instagram, you can check him out right here. he actually accidentally bought a 90mm Ford Lightning mass airflow sensor, which is the one that's ideal for this setup. So he helped me out tremendously, and he just said, trade me your stock one for the 90mm. So I got the 90mm installed. I don't have a tune right now. I'm gonna get a tune from Kevin just to drive it there, but I can't do that right now because unfortunately this fender literally holds up this bumper, and as you can see, the bumper, when it's connected, holds up the intake for the blower, so I can't drive the car without a fender. Now if we were on the other side, you know, we might be able to work with that, but my luck sucks and it's not. I just want to tell you exactly where I'm at and what's going on. I'm gonna fill you guys in 100%. I believe you guys deserve that, honest to God. I don't want to go and ruin the surprises like with the mods I got. I'll tell you what they are, like, you know, based around. I don't want to tell you exactly what they are to the T. But yes, guys, I feel like you deserve to know what's going on with the car, what I have for the car, and why we might not make it to Mustang Week, unfortunately, with Blue. As I said for the 100th time, I haven't really, you know, posted and haven't kept you guys updated because, for one, I've been really trying to focus on the car, doing the little things, getting it ready for this final week, because this final week before Mustang Week it's gonna be so insane with modifications, getting shit done, and just overall getting the car prepped and ready for that trip. So first things first, you guys know, with this month, I installed the Vortic V3 SI supercharger on the car. With that, we ran into a couple hiccups, but all in all, we got that project done in about 3 days, which wasn't too bad. So after the supercharger, we went to Kevin over at Flim Flam Speed, the tuner, and going into the dyno tuning, I had no idea that we were gonna run into some problems that we had. One of the main problems being the mass airflow sensor I was using is the stock one, and we actually peaked it at 5,000 RPMs, as I said earlier. And with peaking it at 5,000 RPMs, what that means is like anything over 5,000 RPMs, so if you're, you know, ripping gears and shit, if you go over 5,000 RPMs, there's no control of the fuel, so it can potentially fuck up your car, and that's exactly what I didn't want to do, so that's why I was babying it a lot. Honestly, the main plan was to just leave it at 5,000 RPMs, take it to Mustang Week, and I was just gonna baby the car the whole week, and it does fine driving around, no problem at all. But you know, that's when I mentioned Shelt having the 90mm, and legit, we overnight both of our parts, and I got mine the next day, he got his the next day, threw the 90mm on, and we're ready for a retune to get that full 6,000 RPM. So after the dyno tune, I felt like everything was good to go. The car was feeling great, honest to God. It was feeling so strong, and I was very pleased with it because everything was working in my favor. It was later that week when I took my dad for a ride, got back, everything was still fine. Then Jordan came over to shoot some rollers of the car for the final video, the reveal of the startup. And when Jordan came over, car started up, we went to leave, all of a sudden, car started misfiring. From there, I started panicking because, you know, everything's brand new, the spark plugs, the coil packs, the fuel injectors, the blower itself, everything I could possibly have done is brand new with the car for the supercharger setup. And we're throwing a misfire, and that's not good. Thankfully though, when we were looking for the misfire, Jordan was actually underneath the hood, and my dad and I were in the back, because if you guys have ever thrown a misfire, it almost sounds like the car is cammed. So we could hear it, it was going doop, 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 which clearly cylinder wasn't firing. And I shouted to Jordan, I was like, Jordan, make sure all the plugs are plugged in for the coil packs. So Jordan actually grabbed the plug to a coil pack that was already plugged in, but you know, he tried to plug it in even more, and all of a sudden the misfire stopped. And my dad and I were actually watching him when he did it, so we knew from right then and there something was wrong with that coil pack. So to make a long story short, we took the spark plug out, we took the coil pack out, and we replugged everything in with a different coil pack. Still was misfiring, but whenever he wiggled that wire, it would stop, it would start, it would stop, it would start. You get where I'm going with this. So I went to AutoZone, I picked up a new plug-in piece for a coil pack. We cut the old one off because I think it was just a bad connection. We spliced the new one in, and from there, it was good to go. Took it around the block, took it around town, car didn't misfire at all, and that is when I parked it here, swapped out the new mass airflow sensor, and from there, I'm not able to drive the car right now because the car will run like shit with that mass airflow sensor, and that's why we're getting a retune. So without driving the car, I'm not 100% sure, 100%, I'm like 90% sure that the misfire is fixed, but I'm not 100% sure, and that's why I'm very nervous as well. So we had that problem going on, and we think we fixed it. But rewinding a little more, when I was working on lowering the car, and it was the video probably about 4 videos ago where, you know, we tried to get lower and I cut the fenders and stuff. While I was trying to break a bolt loose underneath the wheel well, I had a wrench there, and, you know, obviously I had a socket on the other side. I was trying to get some tension on it so we could break that bolt loose, and it was being a complete dick to me. And unfortunately, the wrench slipped off the nut, and that's how I dented and chipped a little piece of paint from underneath on the wheel well. and that's exactly why the fender's not here. So again, without the fender, I can't do much, can't drive the car because I can't even get the car to the dyno to get it tuned without that fender, so that's why I'm waiting. Friday, I should have the fender, throw it on. This weekend, right after the fender, I go and I get it dyno tuned. If those two huge things go smooth sailing, we're good to go. Because then I can get my wheels put on. I want to get my new exhaust put on. I have the new front end to go on. I got my new taillights and headlights. And I have a lot of other little miscellaneous things to do. But I have a lot on my list. And I want to take a second really quick to apologize. I am trying my hardest to get this car to Mustang Week. I know so many of you guys want to see it. And myself, I've been working so hard to get this car ready. It's just these setbacks, like that dent, it totally fucked me because I could have the car done right now if it wasn't for that setback. So when I say it's a good possibility that this car might not make it, it's about a 50-50 shot right now. Like I said, guys, it is August 21st. We are leaving Sunday, I think September 1st. I don't know if that's correct entirely, but I can't have any more setbacks. One more setback and Blue's not gonna be able to make it, unfortunately. And I'm not giving up on it. I'm trying my damnedest. Just need that fender. If I can get that fender, I can get the tune good to go, no more misfire. We should be able to make it. So that's exactly where we're at, guys. I know this video wasn't so fun. It's kind of on the shorter side, but I have to fill you guys in with what exactly I have going on. It's unfortunate, honestly. It's just my luck. It just sucks that I had to put a dent in the fender. It sucks the car had to misfire. It sucks I used the stock mass airflow sensor when going to get it tuned because I was told that would work and it didn't. We peaked out at 5,000, so not fully tuned. But yes, as for stressing and being very nervous and very bummed out, that's why I haven't really been producing anything this week, because I figured put all my time and energy into getting this car good to go is more important, because Mustang Week, I plan on daily vlogging every single day of the week. I'm bringing my fucking iMac with me because I'm taking it so serious. But if Blue can't make it, I'm still gonna go. We're still gonna have a good vacation. And it's gonna suck, it really is, but I'm trying my hardest, guys. Trying my hardest. So do your boy a favor. Pray for DVP. But you know, I'm not gonna even sit here and say it's not gonna happen. I'm gonna make it happen. We're gonna get the car to Mustang Week and we're gonna have a good fucking time. If you guys wanna see Blue make it to Mustang Week and get this project finished within 10 days, make sure you drop a like on this video, drop a comment with any questions and concerns. If you wanna say what's up, that's cool too. And today's DVP vlog shout out is going out to Abis50. I think I'm saying that correctly. Make sure you guys go check them out on Instagram, and thank you so much for your continued support. And for those of you that want a chance to want to shout out on the vlogs, make sure you follow me on Instagram at DerekBaranProductions and use hashtag DVP Squad on all your posts. As you guys know, every time I film a video such as this one, I go to hashtag, I see who used it, and boom, shout out. Guys, keep your fingers crossed. I don't know if I'm gonna be dropping a video later this week. I'm not entirely sure. Like I said, I wanna take all my time, all my energy, and I wanna get this car ready. So Monday, be expecting possibly the fender video or the new dyno results video, because if those two things go well this weekend, then we're pretty much smooth sailing. Anyways, but until next time, we'll see you later.
I don't even understand how the fuck my plug talk.